Live with breaking news. This is Channel 4 News Today.
Morning at 6:30 in the morning. Breaking news certainly out of Northeast Nashville, where a Metro police officer has been shot.
Yeah, Channel 4's Carly Gordon has been at this scene on Trinity Lane for more than an hour trying to get new information for us. So, Carly, what's the latest right now? We're seeing all the police cars.
It was exactly an hour ago.
Well, now that the sun is starting to come up, hopefully you can see the situation a little bit better. But yes, you can see just a sea of blue out here. I counted at least 20 officers. There's also a helicopter up in the air. We're hearing reports that an officer has been shot. I mentioned that a short while ago we saw an ambulance speeding by. But the scary situation out here right now is that police believe there is a barricaded suspect in the Cumberland Inn Hotel just behind that gas station over there. And not too long ago, we were standing in the median in the middle of Trinity Lane. An officer said, "You have to move. You're potentially in the line of fire." They believe that that suspect is in that hotel and actually facing this direction, so they moved us over here so that we could be a little bit out of the way. Again, they are looking to apprehend that suspect. They've got dozens of officers out here. In the meantime, they're diverting traffic, and we want to turn around so we can show you that. Thanks, Andrew. So you can see that both lanes of Trinity Lane have been closed from Dickerson Pike to Brick Church Pike. And if you were with us earlier, I think I misspoke. I think I said I-40, but this is actually I-65, I-24 that we're talking about. And so if you try to get off on Trinity Lane, they're going to divert you around. So that's something to keep in mind this morning. But the main thing is just that you want to avoid this area because there is an armed and dangerous man, we're hearing, barricaded inside a hotel. An officer has been shot. We are going to be updating you as the morning continues. We do expect a Metro spokesperson to be out here shortly, so hopefully then we'll be able to give you some more specific information.
Carly, from where you are, we know Metro Police have called the SWAT team in to deal with this. Have you been able to see any of that action? I know they're trying to keep you away and protected.
We haven't seen any SWAT trucks. All we're seeing is blue lights, everywhere. But in a situation like this, they are trying to keep us several blocks back just because they don't know what could happen.
All right, again, a dangerous situation with this suspect barricaded in the Cumberland Inn on the north side of West Trinity Lane. Channel 4's Carly Gordon will check back in with you in minutes.
And our big breaking news happening right now. Carly is out there live on the scene of a police shooting investigation that is closing down traffic. I-65 and I-24, those southbound lanes getting into town being affected by this. Brick Church Pike being affected by this. Also Dickerson Pike. That stretch in between 65 and Dickerson closed in both directions. Police are going to make you turn around, so avoid this area if you can. Stay tuned. I've also got a big accident happening up north of town on 65. That's coming in from Vietnam Veterans Parkway, really backing up the drive-in. I'll show you a live look of that and get to your drive times when I come back in just a little bit.
All right, Melody, 6:37 right now. Here's another live look. West Trinity. This is on the northeast side of town. We're continuing to follow this breaking news where a Metro police officer has been shot.
A live report coming your way from Carly Gordon when we return. Welcome back. It is 6:40 in the morning. That breaking news coming from northeast Nashville, Trinity Lane, where a Metro police officer has been shot.
Channel 4's Carly Gordon has been at the scene this morning. What can you tell us right now, Carly?
Well, Holly, Rudy, you can see all of these Metro police officers behind me. Anytime you see that many blue lights, it's typically not a good situation. And that is, in fact, what we are hearing this morning. A Metro police officer has been shot. A short while ago, we saw an ambulance speeding by. And you can see that we've got just the whole area full of police. And I want to give you some perspective. We were standing on the median over here a short while ago, and police actually made us move. They said, "You are potentially in the line of fire. We need you to get out of the way." They've got a barricaded subject inside the Cumberland Inn Hotel. Can you see that sign over there? Okay, that's the Cumberland Inn Hotel. And happening right now, I don't know if you can hear that behind me, but we hear an officer on a megaphone. We don't know what he's saying. Okay, I just heard him say, "This is the police." So they are clearly talking to this person inside the Cumberland Inn Hotel. They think that he is armed and dangerous. They're having everybody avoid this area, that they are diverting traffic away from Trinity Lane. But again, officer shot, a barricaded subject, and now we are hearing police on a megaphone. Can you hear that? On a megaphone talking to this barricaded subject in the hotel.
Now, it's such a situation that you actually were a little afraid earlier because they were making all the media moves saying you were in the line of fire, right?
Right. I mean, typically we like to get to scenes after, a suspect is already in custody, but that's not always the case. And that's not the situation this morning. We were standing on the median and they said, you need to get out of the way because he is in that hotel and he is facing that direction. And it's a little unnerving right now, actually, to hear these officers talking to this man right behind us. So not an area you want to be in if you can avoid it this morning.
All right. So stay safe out there. But again, this is Trinity is closed from Dickerson to Brick Church Pike. So this is the northeast side of town, east of the I-65, I-24 interstates this morning.
Also, our big breaking news we're following right now, that police shooting investigation closing off Trinity Lane there between Brick Church Pike right off of I-65 and I-24 where they merge together all the way to Dickerson Pike. It's highlighted in purple here and police are diverting traffic. Looks like they're getting it under control right now to where they can divert traffic without it causing too much of a delay. Earlier, we were seeing big backups there on Dickerson and Brick Church as well as I-65.
We continue to follow this breaking news just off Trinity Lane where a Metro officer has been shot.
We have a live report on the scene. Carly Gordon, you have some new information for us?
Well, Holly, Rudy, you can hear the siren behind us, but what we've also been hearing over the past several minutes is a Metro officer talking to the barricaded suspect with a megaphone. He keeps saying repeatedly, this is Metro Police. Occupants of room 104, come out unarmed with your hands in the air and you will not be harmed. That's what they keep saying over and over again. Again, we know that a Metro officer has been shot this morning. We saw an ambulance speed by for the past hour. Metro Police have been dealing with a barricaded subject in the Cumberland Inn. You can see dozens of officers are out here. And again, they are now talking to someone in room 104 at the Cumberland Inn saying, come out with your hands up, unarmed, and you will be unharmed. We're going to continue to be here to bring you the latest information. And just after the break, hopefully this will have some sort of positive outcome.
We have the breaking news, of course, from East Nashville, where a Metro police officer has been shot.
Now, Channel 4's Carly Gordon is on the scene. This is on West Trinity Lane. She has new information. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning, Holly and Rudy. Just within the past few minutes, we have been able to confirm that it was a Metro officer who was shot in the shoulder while trying to serve a warrant. And right now, police behind me are trying to make contact with a barricaded subject. He is inside the Cumberland Inn Hotel on Trinity Lane. And just within the past few minutes, we've heard an officer on a megaphone repeatedly saying, occupants of room 104, come out of the room with your hands up, unarmed, and you will be unharmed. Again, they are repeating that repeatedly on a megaphone. So clearly a very dangerous situation out here. Not too long ago, they moved us from the median over here so that we would be out of the way. We're told that that barricaded subject's room is actually facing this direction. Again, they believe he is armed, he is dangerous. They say he shot a Metro police officer, and now he has barricaded himself inside of a room. And so we are hoping that this will have some sort of positive outcome sometime shortly, but we are going to be out here bringing you the very latest as it happens.
Lots of movement right behind you, too. So we may have some new developments coming up in just minutes. But again, officers' injuries, non-life-threatening. So good news there.
Yeah, and this breaking news is also affecting our traffic as well. Take a look at this map. You can see they're highlighted in purple right where Carly was standing there on Trinity Lane. That is actually closed from about the Brick Church Pike and I-65, I-24 interstate over to Dickerson Pike. So you can see a lot of backup there, not only on the interstate, but also Brick Church Pike. They're making drivers turn back around and head back up the north side. So try to avoid that if you can.
Before we leave you, we're going to take another live shot. Metro officer, we know, shot in the shoulder. We've got a clear shot, we're told, of the SWAT team, but we are being told that a suspect has barricaded himself inside the Cumberland Inn, and the officer was shot while serving a warrant, but non-life-threatening injuries.
If you look at their body movement, something has developed there, so we'll certainly get an update on that, but they don't seem to be in an urgent state, so they're working on it. We'll have a report.
Much more throughout the Today Show in our cut-in. Stay with us.